All right. Sorry. Good morning. Today we are going to do a kind of restorative session one more time, like normal, easy, peaceful, and then Tuesday through Thursday we'll do a little bit more energizing. Friday we'll finish again with another restorative session. So we're going to begin standing up nice and tall, nice and straight in our mountain pose. But before we begin, before we draw our arms up, we're just going to focus on our breath for a few counts. So as you focus on that breath, I want you to think about your toes and their connection to the mat. Is your balance spread evenly through your toes, or is it focused on your big toe? If it's all the pressure is on your big toe, I want you to focus on distributing your balance throughout all of your toes. Spread that balance to the balls of your feet, the heels of your feet, the middle of your feet. Now begin working your balance up through your ankles. Stack your knees above your ankles. Work that balance up through your body. Stack your hips over your knees, over your ankles. Now let's work on our spine. Two of the most common places we notice imbalance in our spine is our lower back and our upper back. So right now I want you to start focusing on that lower back. I want you to think about that lower back. If you need to rock back and forth to kind of figure out where that spine is straight, you sure can. Then focus on the middle of the back. And then we're going to focus on our upper back. A trick I like to use is to try to gently curl up. So I might begin press forward, and as I roll up, I focus on those lower vertebrae first. So I'm rolling those lower vertebrae. Now I'm on the middle of my back, and as I finish up that roll, I gently bring my shoulders up and back to its natural position. And now I feel my back is nice and straight and my spine is aligned. Now let's take 3 deep breaths. As we breathe, I want you to focus on that inhale, exhale. Wow, Mr. Jose Gonzalez is a lot louder today than I was expecting him to be. All right. So as we focus on that straight back, we're going to inhale for 4 counts, and then we're going to control our breathing to exhale for 4 counts. Ready to begin? Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, excuse me, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Great job. Now we're going to bring our feet together. As we bring our feet together, again, I want you to focus on that spine. Now that I've shifted my hips, has my spine shifted at all, especially in that lower body? Again, if I need to curl back up to reset my spine, I sure can. I can wiggle out, I can focus on it, I can adjust whatever I need to do to reset that spine. As we do our next set of breathing, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to focus on your arms this time. So as you inhale, I want you to draw your strength up through your body, bringing your fingertips all the way to the ceiling. As you begin to exhale, bring your arms parallel to the ground, creating a T shape with your body. As you continue the exhale, release your arms down, driving your shoulders naturally into the ground, the natural weight of those shoulders. So again, I inhale, 4 deep counts, bringing all the energy up. As I exhale, I bring myself first to parallel, and then I drive my shoulders down. Let's do that session 3 times. Ready to begin? Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Exhale. Great job. Let's bring our arms across for adjustment stretch. Let's bring our right arm across our left to our left shoulder, our left corner. I'm gonna hug my right arm with my left hand, but I'm not gonna hug on the elbow itself. I'm not gonna create further joint problems for myself. So as I hug above the elbow, as I take an inhale, we're gonna hug it just a little closer, pulling that right shoulder blade just a little forward. Very gently. Inhale. And as you exhale, release that shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great job. Release both arms back to the sides, come back to Tadasana. And we're going to take 2 deep breaths right here, relaxing those shoulders and focusing on our spine. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 1. And exhale. I think I did one more than I said. Sorry about that. So we're going to continue to stretch on the right side. So I bring my left shoulder across to my right diagonal. I hug my left arm with my right hand. As I inhale, I bring that stretch in, lengthening that shoulder. And as I exhale, I release. Ready to begin. Inhale, 1, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1. Exhale. And release both of your arms back down to our sides as we allow our shoulders to naturally drive down with their own weight and their own gravity. I'm going to try and lower them just a little more as I take my 2 deep inhales. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 1, 2. Very good. So we're going to bring our feet back to shoulder width apart. And then we're going to take them one step even further. So I want you to take one more step out to the side. So you took one step out to shoulder width. That same distance, you're going to take one more step out to the side. Great job. We're going to begin opening up our hips just a little bit, stretching out those legs, stretching out our lower back as well. So we're going to take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to take a deep inhale, and as we inhale, we're going to interlock our fingers and lift them up. And as we exhale, we're going to bend forward, and as we bend forward, remember that this bend must come from our hips. So a trick I teach is to think about somebody pulling you forward with that belly button. So think about being pulled forward first with your lower body, and that's going to be a hip bend. So as we come forward, we're going to inhale up. As we exhale, we're going to try to create a flat back with our body. We're going to inhale in that position. As we exhale, we're going to lower our body until your hands can touch the ground. If you need to loosen your knees just a little bit, give them some bend and some bounce, you sure can at any point throughout this position. So I'm ready to begin. I'm interlocking my fingers, and I'm going to take a deep inhale as I press up. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Bend forward and stay flat. Exhale. Take a deep inhale right here. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend all the way down, releasing your fingers. Put your fingertips to the ground, palms to the ground, wherever you can. If this is impossible or uncomfortable for you, you can also place your hands on your own ankles or shins, depending on where your flexibility may lie. And as we just relax into this position, my head begins to relax and lower. My neck is beginning to lower. My forehead is drawing all the way to the ground. I continue my inhales and exhales, just enjoying that back stretch. It might be challenging, it might push me a little further than I'm used to, but I'm going to enjoy that stretch. As I take a deep inhale this time, and as I exhale, I begin to walk myself to the left side of my mat. I'm walking myself to my left foot if that's possible. Again, if you need to bend those knees just a little, that's okay. If you can straighten them up, great. If you need to go in between both, that's fine as well. I'm going to take a few inhale and exhales right here as I try to loosen out the back of my knees, the back of my legs, my hips, my gluteus, all of those muscles back there which get really tight, especially if we're sitting on them all day. Now we're going to walk our hands, continuing our inhale, exhales to the other side. Really focusing in on that stretch. Wowza, whole weekend I haven't done any yoga and I definitely feel that stretch and that tightness. Whew. Walking myself back to center. Hang there for just a moment, relaxing that head, relaxing that neck. Now I begin putting pressure on the floor. I begin to walk my own feet back to shoulder length apart. Now they're shoulder length apart. I'm going to crawl up my own body. So I'm walking my hands up, releasing my vertebrae from the lower spine, then to the middle spine, to the upper spine as I bring my shoulders up and back to a natural relaxed position. Great job. We're going to work on a couple of spine twists and a few more lower exercises. To do this, we're going to move to our seated position. So slowly take a seat on your mat. And we're going to start in that seated position, that easy position, with our legs just crossed in and a gentle relaxation as we begin to focus on our breathing one more time. So again, now we're in a new position. Consider where your spine is. If you need to support yourself with a pillow, sorry. If you need to support yourself with a pillow, you sure can. You can bring one underneath your buttocks. Give yourself a little bit of height, and that might lift your lower spine, allowing you to find out what an aligned spine should actually feel like. If that doesn't work for you, if you've got discomfort in either of your legs, you can also support them with that pillow or release your legs if that's more comfortable as well. So we're going to focus on that breathing for 3 sets. Begin, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great job. What we're going to move through now is a series of movements to really work through opening up that back, releasing that tension as we have to sit there day after day on that laptop or the computer. So we're going to move through a session. And what I'd like you to do is work on your flow in this set. So it's a little bit more vinyasa than hatha today. And so what that means is for each movement, your breathing is part of that movement. So you move through on an inhale, and then you move to a next movement on an exhale, and then move, 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 etc., etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to cycle through a few movements that we should already feel comfortable with. We're going to bring our arms up for an inhale. And now we're gonna increase to a side bend. So what I'd like you to do is invite you to try these movements with me as I walk you through them, and then we'll do our cycle. As you exhale, you're gonna lower your right hand to the mat, bringing your left arm stretching overhead, driving your left hip further into the mat, lengthening the left side. That's your exhale. As you inhale, you bring yourself nice and tall, lengthen that spine. And as you exhale, you lower your left hand to the mat, driving your right hip into the ground and enjoying that side bend and that side stretch. Great job. So that's our beginning set. Inhale up, exhale, bend. Inhale up, exhale, bend. For our next little mini set, you're going to work on your back twists. So you're going to inhale to center, nice and long spine. As you exhale, your left hand connects to your right knee. Your right hand connects to that back mat, and you gently twist. As you inhale, you come back to center, drawing yourself nice and long. On that exhale, your right hand connects to the left knee. The left fingertips are on the mat facing the back wall. And I twist to my left shoulder. Great beginning of our sequence. So let me go through that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Now here's the kicker. From here, you might expect to lengthen, but instead we're gonna open our chest. So to do so, I leave my left hand in the back. I bring my right hand back to join it, and I open that chest. If you feel raring to go, and you feel a little bit more advanced than that, instead of just twisting that right hand back there, what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna clasp your own hands together in the back, interlocking those fingers, where your knuckles are kind of to the back wall. You're going to stretch your elbows out, lengthen them out. Don't fully lock them, but lengthen them out. And open that chest. Try to bring your shoulder blades together, lengthening your chest to the sky. So that would be the advanced position. I'm gonna just bring my hands to the mat. So as we inhale, we open that chest up. We're little sunflowers, nice and open. And as I exhale, I fold forward, imagining someone's yanking me down from my belly button. Now I can curl my chin to chest, and enjoy that stretch. And we're gonna lie in that stretch for one inhale and exhale. So to go through the whole sequence, we lengthen, side bend, lengthen, side bend, lengthen, twist, lengthen, twist, open the chest, fold forward, and inhale and exhale. It'll be great, I promise. All right, so let us begin. As we inhale for 4, lengthen our bodies, bring our hands up, enjoy that stretch. And as we exhale, we bring our right hand down to our mat, driving that left hip further into the ground. As you inhale, you're going to bring yourself all the way up. As you exhale, bring the left hand down to the mat, driving your right hip further into the mat as well, lengthening that stretch. As we inhale, we come back to center, lengthen our spines and prepare for our twist. Exhale, my left hand goes to my right knee, and I twist to my right shoulder. Inhale back to center. And twist to the other side. Remember to keep your arm in the back. As you inhale, open that chest to the sky like a sunflower. As you exhale, we bring ourselves forward through the hips first. Then I can tuck my chin. Do one deep inhale right here. And exhale back to our seated position. Great job. That was one round. Do you think we can do it 2 more times with a little less prompting? Just inhale and exhale is our prompt. So ready to begin. Inhale up. bend, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Leave the left hand back. Inhale, open that chest. Exhale, fold forward from the belly first. Tuck the chin. Inhale, 1, 3. Exhale, return to center and reset to begin again. Inhale up, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale up. Exhale, side. Inhale up and twist. Inhale. Exhale. Open the chest. Exhale. Bend forward from the hips. Inhale. Exhale and return to center. Great job. You just went through your vinyasa flow, enjoyed that, warmed up the back, focused on that breathing. Great job. So we're gonna bring our right leg out for this next movement. Slowly bring it out, gently bring it out. Put it in a place where it feels natural on your hip. And I want you to spend a few moments readjusting. If you need to pull your hips out from under you, you can. Or if you need to tuck them back under, whatever works for you. Right now, what I'm focusing on is where is my spine? Because right now it's feeling a little bit to the left and forward. So I'm trying to bring it back to center. Trying to realign my spine. Focusing on the fact that I have shifted my own weight. And now my core has to be my own stability and strength. Great. Once you feel you're straight and aligned, or you've adjusted with the pillow as needed, we're going to begin to lengthen over that leg. So to do this slowly, first let's turn and shift our torso to be kind of aligned now, looking over that right toe. So I'm refocusing on that spine, rethinking about it. I can feel myself curling a little bit, so I'm focusing on that spine. Much better. My hands are on my thighs, and as I take a nice deep inhale, I lengthen my spine, and again, focusing on bending first from the hips before I ever bend from the waist. I'm going to begin to walk my arms down wherever I can get it the first try. Just go down gently, don't push yourself further. And right now, this is all I can do. My body's a little stiff and sore and tight, and this is as far as I can get, and that's okay. That was my exhale. As I inhale, I walk myself gently back up, and I refocus to center as I exhale. Great job. Let's do that one more time. So, on your own inhale, exhales, gently focus your torso over your right leg. Take a deep inhale with your arms on your upper thighs. And as you exhale, walk yourself down. And as you inhale, bring yourself back up. As you exhale, reset to center. And release that hip. Great job. Let's do that one more time. Turn your body, bringing your torso over your right leg. Take a deep inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale. This time, can you get a little bit deeper than you've done the last 2 times? Release on the inhale. This time, as we exhale, bring ourselves back to center, we're gonna switch legs. So I'm gonna bring my right leg in, and I'm gonna extend my left leg. Now I'm focused on the shift into my weight, trying to find, I can again feel myself falling to the right again, so I'm gonna focus on that. Wait, okay, there we go, nice aligned spine. And I'm ready to begin shifting my focus over my left leg and slowly warming that up, just like on the right side. So I bring my attention over my left leg. Really slow. I'm going to breathe in, and for 4 counts, I'm lengthening my spine. As I exhale, I begin to walk myself slowly down. Again, remember, don't push yourself any further than you need to right here. As you exhale, or inhale, sorry, walk yourself back up your body. And as you exhale, return to center. Great job. Let's do that 2 more times. First, bring our focus over our left leg. Take a deep inhale for 4 counts, drawing that energy up our body, lengthening our spine. As we bend forward, we think about our belly button first. We're trying not to allow our right leg to really lift off the ground too much. On our next inhale, we walk ourselves back up. And exhale, return back to the front. One last time. I'm inhaling, bringing my strength over my left leg. Exhaling, relaxing into the position. This inhale, I'm going to draw my length up. As I exhale, I'm going to walk those hands down. This time I'm trying to see if I can get any further than the last 2 times. As I inhale, I bring myself back up. And as I exhale, I release to the center. And this time I'm going to open both of my legs up. So now we've slowly opened them up. We've relaxed into it. Let's work through opening those hips and legs just a little further. So remember that our legs should be at a natural position. We don't want to spread our legs any further than they can naturally go. So that means wherever you naturally opened up is where you should stay. Don't try to push your legs any further. We're not trying to become crazy split flexibility here just yet. If you'd like to do a session like that, we sure could. So I'm in my natural position. My hands are comfortably on my knees or my shins, and I'm focusing on that lower spine. Great job. As we focus on that lower spine, I want to begin to loosen up my feet. So I'm going to start flexing my toes towards my body and then flexing my toes away from myself. Flexing my toes in and flexing my toes away. Great job. So bring them back to a natural relaxed state. Take a deep inhale in, releasing your hands from your shins. We're going to bring them to the mat. And as you exhale, think about being pulled forward from the belly button. Gently crawl yourself forward to wherever your body can naturally go. Release and walk yourself back up. Let your air out. We'll do that 2 more times before we relax into a pose. So we're opening ourselves up, we're warming up first, and then we're going to focus on just holding those poses for just a moment. So take a deep inhale. As I exhale, I forward crawl, thinking from my hips and belly button first. As I inhale again, I release myself, walking back up, using my own fingertips as support. Reset my spine, and exhale. As I exhale, I like to push all of my air out through my lower belly on these movements to really release the tension in my lower back. Inhale. Exhale, crawl forward. Inhale, release. And exhale through that spine. Great job. We're going to focus on the side bends for just a moment and then begin to relax into that pose. So I'm going to, from this position, with my focus forward, I'm going to begin to move to the right toe. But remember, my eyes are still focused somewhat forward, so my torso hasn't shifted to look over this leg. We've already done that stretch. For this one, we're gonna go for that side bend stretch. So remember, our focus is technically a little bit more forward. My chest is surely still open to the front. So I begin to crawl my right hand down my right leg. I'm just trying to touch wherever I naturally can. So if I can get to my toes, great. If I can get past the toes, even better. Wherever I naturally can get myself, or if I can only get to the shin, that's okay too. Wherever I can naturally get myself, focus in on that stretch. And as I can, on my own breathing, I begin to bring my left arm all the way up and connect it as best as I can. And as I do so, my body begins to lower. Focus in on that stretch. You can hold it, I know you can. Inhale. And exhale, hold it, keep holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't just fully release. As we gently release, we're gonna walk our hands to the mat, bringing ourselves all the way forward. As I lie here, I want you to try to connect your elbows to the mat if you can. If you're still supported up, that's okay too. But that's the aim, right? The aim is to try to get those elbows to the mat without lowering just our upper body. So you have to think about yourselves being lowered from those hips. Okay, if you've got your elbows to the mat, now I want you to think about bringing those elbows a little forward, maybe a little more forward, keeping the elbows to the mat as far as you can get it by keeping the elbows to the mat. We're gonna hold that pose for 5, 4, 3, 2. On your gentle release, we're gonna walk our hands to the left side. Great job. So as we do this movement, we have to remember to open our chest out to the front. So to do this, I'm going to just release my left hand to my left foot, putting it in the same spot or less, not further, same spot or less that I did on my right leg. Okay. As I do this, I'm going to begin to open my chest to the front, really focusing on that side stretch, bringing my right hand up overhead and connecting if possible, bringing my stretch further into it. Very nice and deep. Great job. You can hold this. I believe in you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release gently. Bringing both of your arms to center. Gently release those knees. If you need to hold your own thighs, great. We're going to move into a very modified garland position. So we're going to open up that yin position. So we're going to open up our hips. So as we bring our heels into our body, they're about 8 to 12 inches away from my own body. I'm going to bring my heels up, and my toes up, and if I'd like, I can hold them. And I'm just going to breathe into it, really trying to pull my own lengthened spine straight up. Really breathe into those hips, release them. And if you want, you can even put a little pressure with your elbows on your own legs, pushing them further as you pull yourself up just a little bit. Great job. Release. Wiggle those knees, shins, hips, whatever part of you was aching, wiggle them out. Bring your hands to the mat behind you. Fingertips facing the back wall. Your feet are relaxed in front of you. And I'd like you to begin opening your chest to the ceiling, bringing your shoulder blades together, dropping your head back slowly. Now your chin should be attempting to get to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in right here. And as you exhale, release your chin back to your own chest. Release your arms, and with your own gentle walk, release your lower back by folding forward over your own legs. Very good. And release back to our easy position, our seated position. So, it's a little bit different than what we're used to. A little bit longer on holding those poses, pushing ourselves, challenging ourselves just a little further, but still kind of a soft, restorative, peaceful sequence. So to continue on, we're gonna move into a little bit of our cool down. So we are gonna move to our tabletop position. So from this position, I'm gonna ask you to get up on your knees. And my knees are just a little bit apart, so my knees are kind of stacked underneath my hips, just a little bit, probably a little bit more in than my hips actually are. And then up nice and tall, and I want you to take 3 deep breaths just right here. Focusing on that, on your own self, focusing on your own spine. And I want you to focus on your own balance right here for just a moment. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Great job. So what we're going to do is we're going to move into somewhat of a camel position. We're just going to try to modify it as best as we can for ourselves to be nice and simple. So this position, what this is going to look like, is you're going to be holding on to your own back feet as you lift up with your chest. So that's going to be our camel position. Now, this may not be simple for all of us. So if you'd like, you can grab a pillow, tablecloth, towel, sweater, something, and you can place it right on top of your feet. So as you bring yourself back, you actually have a little bit of pressure to hold on to. So if you'd like, you can create something back there to give yourself some extra weight in between to really focus on that redistribution of your balance. If that's a struggle, even that's okay. What you can do is I want you to grasp your fingertips together in the back and just open your chest to the ceiling. So any of those 3 positions is going to be fine. I'm going to go with our easiest version. So I've clasped my hands between behind my back. My shoulder blades are beginning to lengthen together. And my chest is nice and open as I inhale and look up to the ceiling, drawing my chin up, relaxing the head, focusing on that back bend. Relax, release, exhale, release our arms. That's it, that's all we're gonna do for that position. Just a little bit, just an opening. And I bring myself down to tabletop. In my tabletop position, I'm really focused on stacking myself over. And what that means is my elbows are directly beneath, my wrists are directly beneath my elbows are directly beneath my shoulders. Same with my knees and my hips. And this should give me the most aligned spine I can get. My weight distribution is really focused in, even though I'm trying to distribute my weight throughout all 4 of my connection points, really 6 if you consider the feet. But I'm also focused on if I push up, so if I'm gonna move into a downward dog or anything like that, I'm focusing my strength on my index finger and my thumb. So that L that kind of forms with that part of the hand is where most of my pressure would be if I need to lift up into plank or cobra or downward dog or anything like that. So we're going to move through a 5 or 6 count sequence here. As we inhale, we're going to rotate to cow pose. And as you rotate to cow pose, your belly tucks to the ground, your hips rotate up to the ceiling, your chin tries to touch the ceiling as well. So this is an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to curve that upper body, really round out that spine, try to put distance between our shoulder blades. My chin tucks to my chest, and that's my exhale. There's the cat. As I inhale, I walk my hands one step forward, and I release the pelvis, relax the shoulders. As I, what was that? Inhale, exhale, inhale. As I exhale, I cobra. Releasing, I inhale, back to tabletop. And exhale, we enjoy the tabletop position. So again, inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Inhale, bring your arms forward, prepare for cobra. Exhale, enjoy the cobra stretch. Inhale, back to tabletop. Exhale, enjoy your tabletop. We're gonna do that session 5 times. Ready to begin? Inhale to cow, 2, 3. Exhale, cat, 2. Inhale, walk those hands one step forward, release the pelvis. Exhale, relax the shoulders, drive the chin to the ceiling. Inhale, return to tabletop, bringing those hands one step back. Exhale, focus on your spine. Inhale to cow, drop the belly, bring the chin up. Exhale to cat, round the spine, putting distance between your shoulder blades. Inhale, bring those hands forward one step, release the pelvis. Exhale, relax the shoulders, bring the chin up. Inhale, return. And exhale, focus on the spine. 3 more sessions, you got this. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, walk yourself forward. Exhale, release the chin to the ceiling, relax your shoulders. Inhale, come back to tabletop. Exhale, enjoy the spine. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, prepare. Inhale, return. Exhale, relax. One last time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, release, one step forward. Exhale, chin up to cobra. Inhale, return to table. And exhale, release. Great job. Now as you inhale, I want you to bring your hips to you bring your butt to your feet basically. Start walking those hands out in front of you. Connect your shoulder, your forehead to the ground. Loosen those shoulders. And start to drive your buttocks into your feet. Enjoy your own breathing. Really focus on recentering it, finding some balance and control in that breath. Staying with your head connected to the floor, I want you to begin walking your hands back, allowing your fingertips to come towards your toes and relax them there. Release your shoulders and enjoy this stretch. Great job. Slowly bring yourself back up, and we're going to roll over into our corpse position. Corpse position, very easy position. We just lay on that mat, relaxing every part of our body. But before we go into our full corpse and fully relax and enjoy that, we're going to spend a couple more minutes really focusing on warming up that back just for a second. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to bring your knees up, but keeping your feet on the floor. So connect your feet to the floor, your knees are pointed to the ceiling. And I want you to just think there just for a moment, just focus in on it, relax and enjoy this moment. Connect to the ground. Stare at something on the ceiling you probably haven't stared at before. And I want you to bring your hands to the backs of your thighs and begin to tuck your knees into your chest. Now bring your hands to the tops of your shins and begin to hug your knees into your own chest. And what we're going to do is we're going to begin a rocking movement. So we're going to begin to rock forward and back, really massaging out that back, enjoying the rolling massage in our lower back, and then begin to come back to stillness. Great job. Still continue to hug those knees to your chest. And what we're going to do now is we're going to rotate our knees to the left side, down to our mat, while maintaining our right shoulder stays on the mat as well. So this is going to give us a small twist. So my knees are to the left. My chest is still trying to stay straight. I'm going to bring my right hand down to the mat, to the ground. And I'm going to bring my left hand across, just touching my right shoulder gently. Just a simple twist. Great. Grabbing those knees one more time, hug them to my chest. And then drop them to the right side, focusing on keeping my left shoulder on the mat as much as I can. I'm going to bring my left arm out. My right arm is touching my left shoulder gently, and I'm looking over my left arm. I'm just going to enjoy this back stretch for just a moment. Great job. Bring those knees back up. And now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to flex your toes. And you're going to drive your heels into the ceiling for just a moment. And you're going to lower those legs together, not one at a time, together, controlled and balanced if possible. Some of us may drop them, that's okay. It's a lot of core work to be in charge of, and that's okay. All right, so now we're back in our corpse position. Take 2 deep breaths right here. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. So what I'm going to do now, if you'd like to continue breathing, go ahead. I'm going to walk you through what's called a tense and release. To get our fullest relaxation, we're going to tense all of the muscles in our body, and then we're going to release them to enjoy that deep, nice stretch. At this point, I think many of you have walked through this with me, so we're going to go ahead and begin by tensing our whole body. We're going to start from our toes. We're going to work our way all the way up until we're swooshing our face in. So let's begin. Clench those toes, the bottoms of our feet, our heels, our ankles, our calves, our thighs, our hamstrings, our gluteus, our hips, our backs, our core. Stretch those abs. Start curling the arms, the biceps, the triceps, the deltoids, the shoulders. Now I'm strengthening my neck and my face. I'm squishing, squishing, squish, 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 and release. Great job. like to continue doing a tense and release, you sure can, but that was perfect for me. I am fully relaxed. Take as many more breaths as you need to recenter yourself, but that is the end of our session. Thank you guys for joining me.